Okay, so I want to address something real quick. I know I promised the Connected Universe about 2 years or so ago. It is still happening. I promise. I actually have some scripts. Well, scenarios more like um, ready. There's like five different scenarios slash I guess you could call them scripts in my hand right now. Um, Two of which are for Spider-Man, one of which is for Iron Man, and another one is for a secret coming down the line. So it is happening, and I just threw them on my desk real quick. Ignore the stuff that's on my table. I am in the middle of redoing everything, as you can see. Oop, that's not supposed to be there yet. I'm redoing everything, so the figure wall was on that wall. Now it's on this one. But anyway, so I wanted to address this because I have every intention of getting the Connected Universe started. I have every intention of getting it started and at least having one movie or project or whatever done for it no later than October. That gives me plenty of time to go ahead and get the stuff that I need to make that project. That gives me plenty of time to go ahead and finish up any story points and stuff that I need to work on. It gives me time to do stuff like that. Now, with that being said, you guys know me. I don't want to put something crappy out. So, what my issue is with the Connected Universe being like my biggest thing yet, or one of my biggest things yet. It's very hard, especially since I'm being by myself doing this stuff, trying to get all of the stuff to make sense. Because in this universe, anyone can meet anybody. Anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. You know, for example, freaking, if I so choose, Optimus Prime can meet the Incredible Hulk, or Iron Man can interact with the Ninja Turtles, or something like that. Or freaking, if I so choose, Homer Simpson here could be squished like that by the Hulk, even though that's currently what he kind of looks like he's doing. Um, but it's something like that, and trying to make all of these franchises come together in a way that makes sense, and kind of having all of that stuff, fit together, and all their stories make sense. All of the twists and turns and stuff that I want to do, have all that stuff make sense. Trying to get everything to make sense has been a difficult challenge, especially because I do want to have certain characters' stories interact. I do want to have emotional moments. I do want to play off references, nostalgia, big moments, Easter eggs, stuff like that. I want to be able to do that, but I can't do that if I don't have everything making sense, which is why it's been taking so long. It's been taking so long because I've been trying to get everything very metistically trying to get everything to work as perfect as possible. And since I'm one person, I've been trying to do it by myself, and with everything going on, you guys already know, 2025 for me sucked because I was jobless for most of 2025. But now that's not an issue anymore, so I'm able to do stuff like the Connected Universe. I wasn't able to do the Connected Universe last year because of that. It was no one's fault. It was my fault entirely. I left, and I shouldn't have. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, I want the Connected Universe to make sense. I want everything to feel like it was always supposed to be that way. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what the Connected Universe is supposed to be. It's supposed to be everything just fits together because that's how it's supposed to be. And trying to, get that stuff to, make sense, and trying to get, all of these characters and stuff have their origins and stuff not necessarily told or shown, but at least have, like mini flashbacks, or stuff like that. Because one of the things that I wanted to do was I decided not to do origin stories. origin stories, except for certain characters, are always a pain in the neck to work on because you have to explain where every single little character comes from. The biggest exceptions to those are the Turtle Experiment characters because their story kind of just happens with the Ninja Turtle story. So that part's easy. My original characters and stuff that I want to add into the universe, that stuff's easy. Trying to get, like, for example, RoboCop, Iron Man, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Batman or whatever, all to kind of make sense to where they all coexist and just are there with each other, and also trying to fill in emotional moments, freaking big moments, little Easter eggs and stuff here and there. It's not easy. So, and if I'm sweating, it's because I have one fan on right there. The other one is currently aiming at my desk, and there's one above my head. There's not really a fan back here. That is a like IKEA ball that I turned into a Death Star with a TIE fighter on the ceiling. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So if I'm sweating, it's because I live in Texas. It's hot as hell outside right now, and I'm in a room with AC and 2 fans going, and only one is actually doing heavy lifting. So anyway, I'm getting off topic. That's been the biggest issue with the Connected Universe thus far, is just trying to make sure that everything fits together and making sure that everything makes sense. I will potentially do a prologue where it kind of starts off in the middle of everything, and then something happens, and it kind of resets everything to where, everything can be reset and everything can be told the way it needs to be told. I've been kind of tossing around that idea for a while now, which is, again, why I haven't really, done anything major with the Connected Universe. But I just wanted to let people know it is happening. It is going to hopefully be started no later than October. That's what my goal is. That is what my plan is. And with the current plan that I have scheduled in place, hopefully everything will work out just fine. Do not expect everything right up front. I just want to make that perfectly clear. I will, of course, let you know when I'm actually filming a project for the Connected Universe and when I'm not. Because I'm not going to release them part by part like I normally do. I'm going to make everything in one shot. And I'm going to edit everything in one shot so it feels like a movie. It feels like an actual event. It doesn't feel like, a cheap, oh, here, look, here's another YouTube part, here's another part, here's another part, here's another, and another, and another. I want it to actually feel like a movie. Which is why it's more than likely going to have, sound effects, special effects. Okay, maybe not special effects, but, sound effects and potentially music beats and moments. There's actually one that I have that it's planned, and it's going to fit so perfectly because it literally could not be more perfect. But anyway, I just want to let people know it is happening. I do have a plan for it. I know that's my most popular video of all time is the Connected Universes trailer. And I just want to simply let everybody know it is happening. It will happen. It's not going to be quite what I expected. It's not going to be quite what I wanted. But I'll make it work. I have 300 subscribers. I don't have Mr. Beast money. I don't have 3C Films money. I don't have, really friends that could do the stuff that I need them to do. I can't really do anything with Blender right now because if I wanted to and if I could work my will, the entire Connected Universe would be Blender. The whole thing would be CGI because then I could do everything that I want to do and still have it all work and still have everything look good. But I can't do that. So maybe someday when me and my brother, we get good at animating on Blender, we can recreate the Connected Universe and tell it through Blender. a combination of Blender and AI. So that way, A, I don't have to voice all the characters myself, which is the only reason I would ever use AI. And B, it would look better. So, but anyway, that's just kind of where we're at right now. I do want to stress the fact that it is happening. I have not given up on it. I've actually been pushing really, really hard to try to get it done. And I mean, you guys can see the scripts on my work table right here. I have 5 or 6 different ones that I think are great. My family has read all 5 of them, and they all say the same thing. They're intriguing, they're emotional, they have the sad moments, they have tender moments, they have humor, and they do make sense, which is why it took so long. So, I just want to stress that fact. It is happening. It will eventually get kicked off the ground. Just please, please, please bear with me, and I hope that I make everything worth it, because I do know that people have been wanting the Connected Universe pretty much since I uploaded that trailer with Deadpool talking about how oh, do you like stories? If you do, come check out the Connected Universe and whatever. And it was supposed to come out in like fall of 2024. But at that time, though, my grandmother was still sick with her dementia and whatnot, and I was not really in any shape to film a whole lot of videos, which is why I was kind of gone most of 2024. But with 2025, I didn't really do much of anything either because, again, couldn't really do much. But 2026, I want to rectify that, even though 2026 is almost over, and I still haven't done a whole lot with YouTube stuff. But I've done more than I did in 2025, which is always saying something. So, it is coming. That's the number one point I want to make clear. The Connected Universe will happen. There are going to be a ton of surprises and stuff through it. There's going to be a shit ton of Easter eggs from other movies, media, whatever. It doesn't matter. Little references here and there. There will be emotional moments. One of which almost made me cry, and I don't cry during anything, really, except Logan. That was like the only movie that actually made me cry. That and Avengers Endgame after I rewatch it, solely just because of Tony snapping. But it's like nothing makes me cry, and the moment that I wrote almost did, because that's the point. So if it's one of those, it can almost make me cry, I guarantee it's going to make at least one person on this channel cry. So, and I also know that the Connected Universe is going to be that double-edged sword. It's going to cut both ways. If it's not great, if it's not good, it's not going to work. But if it's really good, and people seem to be interested in it, channel can skyrocket. So, and that's another reason why I kind of wanted to take my time on it and make sure that it was as good as it possibly could, because I know if it's good, and I know if I know that I'm happy with it, hopefully everybody else will be as well. Because I don't like putting out bad videos. I have done that before because I was bored. The Metalhead dancing to Bye 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 is like a big example of that. I was bored off my ass and said, screw it, I'm gonna try see what happens. But I don't like making bad videos. I do like making videos that make people laugh, make people have a good time, make people think too, and all that. So it is one of those things that, yes, I cannot wait to start doing it. Yes, it will happen, and yes, stuff is actually thought out this time, because I know a lot of people have criticized some of my videos from way long ago, that they are rushed or are just kind of made up on the fly. Most of them are. I'm not going to deny that. Most of my main stop motion type stuff like that is made up on the fly, but it's also a happy accident. Best example I can come up with off the top of my head, Target Deadpool. Target Deadpool was a complete accident, but was one of the biggest little mini series that I've ever done on the channel. So sometimes the whole, if you're bored, start throwing pieces at it, and if it starts coming together and it ends up becoming something great, great. If not, bury it and you'll never have to worry about it again. So I'm purposefully keeping this in shot because there's a spoiler off camera right now on my shelf that I don't want anybody to see right now. Because I haven't been able to do anything with it yet, so it's just going to be sitting here, being blocked by this wonderful pillar. So I'm trying to make sure that I keep that right there. But anyway, like I said, the Connected Universe is happening. I know a lot of people have been flagging me, you need to hurry up and do it, I want to see it, I want to see it. And that video for the original trailer for the Connected Universe has, like, I think last time I checked, it had over 100,000 views, which is ridiculous considering I have never gotten any views like that before or since. And it's just one of those, a freaking little trailer with Deadpool talking about bedtime stories essentially, and then he shoots the camera, got more views than anything else I've ever done. So I know people are excited for it, I know people want it to happen, and I will be doing a secondary trailer for it probably this week, or this coming week. I do have a plan for it, and like I said, I will probably also unveil the slate of how it's going to be released, and then that way, hopefully, people can be like, okay, it is happening. There is a plan involved, in case this video doesn't do it for you. So, and that's another thing is I like to have fun on my channel, and lately I just haven't been having fun with it. I think the Connected Universe, I am actually going to be having fun with it. So, with that being said, and with that keeping in mind, I can't wait to share with what I have planned for the videos and stuff coming out before too long. I do appreciate everybody's patience and stuff, both with the Connected Universe and with my channel itself. I do plan on uploading more frequently, so please stick around for stuff like that. I have a lot of fun stuff, like I'm blocking with this oh so wonderful pillar right now. You can actually get a small sneak preview of that right here, but that's all you're gonna get right now. Trust me, it'll make more sense when I actually upload that video. I have it shot, edited, and everything else. I just haven't been able to upload it because I'm still waiting on other things to actually do something with it. It'll make more sense when I actually get to that point. Anyway, so I do appreciate all you guys who have stuck around with me for this long, and all the ones who stay loyal and stay subscribed, and anyone who does check out my video. I do appreciate you guys so much. I'm trying to do better videos and make better content for you guys, because like I said, I don't like putting out just random crap videos just for the heck of it. Which is why I do take my time on certain stuff like that. So again, I do appreciate it, and I just want to say thank you, really, to be honest. I just want to say thanks for, kind of hanging with me for the last however many years I've been doing this now. Almost, God, I've been doing YouTube for almost 12 years. And in those 12 years, I still never got over 1,500 subscribers. But hey, that's okay though. We got 300 right now. Not a bad start. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of all of what I've spoken about today. And if you haven't seen my short on Killshot, his name is now Orion, named after Orion the Great Hunter, a very well-known historical figure. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys all next time on Ultimate Deadpool Studios. Real quick again, if you do go down to the comment section, I do read everybody's comments and usually respond to everybody's comments if I see them. If I don't see them, I respond to them at a later date. So, yeah. Thank you guys again, and I'll catch you guys all next time.